We look ridiculous.
No, ridiculous isn't the word here. This is fantastic. This is fashion. It's Halloween. We're now both traffic cones, as I was reading. People think you look like a pumpkin. Traffic cone. We're going to invent some new ones tonight. It's going to be a fun match.
All of those things are accurate descriptions of our current attire. But hey, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Now we've got FaZe going up against Luminosity. Now the crowd was a little bit quiet during that first one. I want a little bit of noise. If you are rooting for Luminosity in this one, let me hear you. That was 8 people. If you are rooting for FaZe, make some noise.
That was 9 people. It's one more loud person.
It seems to be a little bit heavy for FaZe here, but to be fair, they're likely the favorite, right, in this matchup. You gotta feel good about FaZe in this one.
But let me kind of rebuttal here and talk.
Okay.
This is
I like rebuttals.
This is FaZe's first match of this weekend. Luminosity, they just wound up playing. They did lose. They went up 1-0. Rest of the series didn't go their way. Wondering how they bounce back here. Our first map, yet again, though, going to be Fringe Hardpoint.
Yeah.
And this is one where we've seen FaZe be very strong on in the past, but TP, Merc, Replays, the guys in the analyst desk. First of all, shout out to them doing a great job so far. Endless knowledge with those 3. They've been talking about how they've seen FaZe play. TP is going to be watching this one pretty intently. Watching the slaying, does it correlate to objective? Does that give FaZe the win they need here?
And this Group C, you know, we kind of talked about being the group of death, right? I mean, think about this. You already had, Luminosity had to go up against Elevate, 5th place ranked team, I believe currently, and now they're going right up against FaZe then, also another top 5 team. So this is not easy at all for Luminosity. And you got to think right now, after getting beat pretty heavily by in their first matchup, they've got to come out here. But let's see what FaZe is able to do off the rip, kicking things off with Enable, trophy out, nades out, looking for kills here early. And talk to me a little bit about this first hard point, Jack, and what they're trying to do.
So it's going to be, obviously, submachine guns watching these close kind of flanks to the hard point. That was Zuma just looking in towards bricks. Now he's just playing for cover. The assault rifle so key on keeping the area clear because, watch, Study gets in that power position top barn, cuts down Zuma with ease. That's where you need Clayster. Obviously, Enable, watching over their submachine guns, covering them there. FaZe out to an early lead, looking solid on this game 1.
Looking good so far. We'll stick with Zuma for a bit, just covering Elwell right now, looking to rotate back, as you can see on the minimap. Basically no aggression coming from the backside tracks. Now looking for more on a 2 streak here. FaZe out slaying early, give him one more. Zuma hot here off the rip.
They're doing everything right. They have Zuma inside the hard point. He's staying in here, staying alive, doing what he can for his team finally. It doesn't go his way, but the entire kill feed so far has been FaZe. Obviously, we know so much with Luminosity. Saints, one of their main slayers. He's currently sitting at 1-4. We're still watching FaZe, though, as they begin the rotation towards Auto.
Yeah, we'll stick with them off the break here just to see if they're able to hop in. It's going to be Enable flying in. RK5 not able to do it. Let's go to the POV here of Luminosity for a bit as you've got Spacely watching back alley, trying to get the second. Unfortunately, all of his shots in the dirt.
Not going to connect with those there. He's going to try to follow this one up, though. Clayster, close range, that RK5, so lethal, and now they're spawning out.
Yeah, look how far out he's
This is where
spawning.
it can begin to get scary. FaZe, they want to fight for this area. Thankfully, Luminosity have actually gotten 3 players, all 4 actually now spawning up in Grandma's. They're going to do what they can to contest, but with the hill rotating over towards Granny's now, they're more than fine with just saying, guys, let's not feed them streaks. It's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to fall back, play for the full 60. This one could swing this game back. Bring it closer, because right now FaZe is completely running away with
and
this.
Spacely, he is in a key position there to try and hold down tracks, but drops immediately as 3 go to push. It's Enable soaking up the final couple seconds in garbage time, and now he's going to rotate across, try to pick up kills. Now let's see where his spawn comes in. So he's going to spawn out. He's got to wrap back here. Not going to be able to get into the action very quickly at all. Let's see if he can fly in front window. His team's starting to pressure the back. He's going to try to come in through the front, and there's one. You saw the heat wave go off. Cannot pick up both. It's Spacely inside, shutting it down. He's got the heat wave to work with now. Let's see him lock it down.
They have specialists to work with. They have the spawns. Luminosity, this is your chance now to bring this game back. FaZe are going for a 3-man hit down middle. Spacely's just staying alive inside the hard point. Smoke's now out as well. They're using that as a means of covering that line of sight. Enable through the heat wave. Hits the beat down right there. Nameless though.
You can't die there.
You thought that wasn't going to work out. but in the end, Enable gets a kill. Pressure still coming in as Spacely's going to fight for back low.
Spacely trying to get to the back, not able to pick it up. You got 10 seconds left. Now he's spawning the whole way out back alley. So he's got the wrap back across mid-map, try to get set up towards tracks here and get some time. They're trailing by 50, Jack. They've got to turn up, and they need Saints to get going. He's a guy we talk about, like a perennial all-star. He has been a top Slayer for years and years and years. They need that to go up against the FaZe team who has 4 dominant Slayers.
Especially when he's one of their main submachine gun players on this map, right? We know the strengths of Zuma and Attach. He needs to match that slang. Right now, they're doing what they can. Luminosity looking to bring it back. They've got the setup you want, but they can't let FaZe get this pinch. They need to get these first couple kills, relieve the pressure from one side so they can consistently spawn up and flood the hard point. Right now, it looks like kills are being traded, but FaZe do get the break.
Well, FaZe has got the break, so let's go on with them. Enable doesn't care about your psychosis. Picking up the shots. You got 2 more on X-Ray. Pushing in. He's tagged up. He will drop. Let's see where the spawn comes in for him. He's got to rotate the whole way back. We've only got 10 seconds on track. This is a pretty good position to set up when we start with the first hard point again.
Yeah, this is completely fine. FaZe are going to wind up looking to get that similar setup we saw earlier in the game. You want to have Zuma or Enable inside the hard point. Clayster not working out for him there with the RK5, whipping some shots, but now this is where the flashy plays can happen. Tempest is out. 1 kill already. Now surveying for more. I love the spot he's playing in. He's picking up his flank. He's hitting the hip-fire shots. Clayster.
Don't do it to him.
Don't do it to him, please.
Almost.
Whips 2 more. Whips the third.
Oh, I have one too, buddy. That was Study, I believe, pulling it out, but he was cleaned up by Zuma almost immediately. Now it's going to be Saints in the hard point. He's going to drop. It'll be Spacely's turn to try. He's going to wrap around the back. He has Heatwave to work with it as well, Jack. And they're down 40, but Luminosity's still in this one.
They're keeping this one close. It's not as dominant as the performance we saw from FaZe in the first couple hills. Study. Beautiful 3-piece there in your kill feed. We're going to keep on with Spacely, though. Hasn't used this heat wave yet. I want to see him save it for this next hard point. Use it as a tool but to potentially break in. These are some crucial kills now on rotation. Nameless going to lead the charge with the AR. He's got Spacely watching over as well. And LG, they should get this hill on the rotation, and now they're going to look to rack up the score. But there's a Scythe on both sides.
Scythe on Scythe, who's going to be able to win. The heat wave comes in. That's a big one because it feeds the kills into Nameless. Spacely and Study starting to clean up the rest.
Look at the score.
Look at Study here. This 8 streak has been
25
huge.
officer.
He's only 25 off, so this Cerberus would be absolutely huge. And yeah, look at the score. They've got 40 seconds left in this hard point, and they are holding it down, but Spacely needs to get this Cerberus. Could be enormous. Just an assist or a kill, and there it is. He's fully streaked out. He's working towards the Tempest, and Study, the difference maker that they need right now, and he's staying alive even through the heat wave.
Study and Nameless have been so impressive as of late for Luminosity. Unfortunately, their beautiful heat wave actually hits 3 players on Luminosity. They get cleaned out with ease. But look, 3 players of LG now rotating towards Grandma's for these back spawns. They get the kills they need. They're going to be in control of this hard point, and now this is where, if they can hold these first 30, 40 seconds, Clint, they'll take the lead in this game.
I'm sticking with Study here, Jack, because I want to see what he opts to use. If we see some streaks come out, can maybe the Cerberus assist him here? Is he going to clear out some spawns with the Hellstorm and Lightning? But he's setting up in the anchor position. He's looking to lock down these spawns, Jack.
I'm wondering, too, do they have any trophies to bring into play to protect this Cerberus from EMP somehow with the RK5 continuing to stay alive? They're just going to keep getting these back spawns. You'll see in your minimap, LG going to keep flooding in. Study is still spawning up, even with a FaZe player pitching in. Now Hellstorm has been brought out. Streak's going to be used. They know how important this time is. FaZe had an 80-second lead earlier, and now Luminosity are within 10.
Luminosity fighting back in a big way. Study's got to rotate into the hard point here to try and make plays on X-Ray. He's got some pushing in. Finds the BMP. The shot's off, but the M8's better. Able to pick that up, and there's a second. Turning and burning. The Tempest locked and loaded as well. We got to stick with Study because he has these streaks to use, and he has this power up in the Tempest that might be good to use here on tracks, Jack.
He rotates right back on up as well. Luminosity will take their first lead of the game, and you know, the crowd's getting a little bit quieter now as the FaZe fans are realizing that, hey, this one is not going to be easy at all. Clayster at the edge of rails, doing what he can now. Nameless pushing out of top grannies. You know, he's going to be that same guy, watching over those long sight lines, currently sitting at even 25 and 25.
And he was on a bit of a streak there, too. I think 5 or 6, Jack. He was starting to get closer, maybe building on some kill streaks, but not able to do so. Spacely finding a fourth, able to connect with the hit fire, and they're pulling open the lead. 20-point advantage now, trying to bury FaZe. This is beautiful stuff from Luminosity.
Well, what they're doing is they're rotating and winning the kills on rotation. I'm sure an analyst is going to talk about that. They've done it on, what, 3 of the last 4 hard points. They've also did a great job using their specialists. You saw Spacely pop that heat wave at Little Room just a little bit ago. Now he's got 2 streaks to work with. Oh man, this is a 90-second swing, Maven, in the last 3 hills.
Well, the big thing really is, can they keep up with the slang of this FaZe side? And so far they can. Study and Spacely having big games, starting to build toward these streaks. The Tempest gets shut down, burying them all. Nameless can't connect with the final couple shots. But let's actually go back to Study real quick, because I want to see, okay, so he's used everything but the Cerberus, Jack. He does have the Tempest still to use here. Where would you think it'd be most beneficial to drop this Cerberus?
I mean, I don't see why you don't even, you could wind up dropping it here, maybe save it for auto if you want to get a full 60 on the next hill. Right now, Study in this power position behind White Truck. They've got trophies down as well if they need it. Luminosity are running away with this game. They also have Spacely, who still has 2 streaks. And what's working out so well is you have Nameless and Study doing a great job slaying around the hard point, and you have very selfless play from Saints and Spacely getting in the objective, but you just swapped over to Clayster, and he's got full streaks of his own.
Yeah, we'll stick with Clayster through the spawn here and see how he might opt to use these. But what's impressive for me is still just the fact that Luminosity, I expected this game could be close, you would think, but you would think that FaZe would have a pretty significant slaying margin, because they usually do.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to get that separation. They did. It was, what, the opening couple minutes of gameplay. They were kind of stomping, but the comeback from Luminosity is real, and Clayster's M8 is heating up in a big way, and he's got the streaks.
Oh, it's the Cerberus
the battle bots!
Transformers in Call of Duty, it's here, folks. As now you're going to have robots fighting each other, people fighting each other. The crate drops in.
Where do I even go to? They're all going to get mutilated.
There are kills all over the map. EMP's coming in as well. Luminosity still in control of the objective. FaZe now swarming in. It's been contested for 15 straight seconds. 25 points between these 2 teams, but I think finally, now that the dust has settled, Luminosity are back in control. They've got 20 more seconds to work with here, Maven. They're looking to take full command of this.
And that Cerberus ends up shutting down the Tempest of Study. I thought maybe he was going to pull that out to try and pick up the kills. There's 1 laying prone. He doesn't spot it. 2 down for Luminosity. The Psychosis is out, and Saints is pushing forward, trying to pick up kills. This next Grandma's Hill is everything. You've got 15 seconds left. The early rotation has already begun. Let's hop to the back with Enable, because he's going to have some key gunfights back here.
FaZe know how important this is. I want to see Luminosity begin to use their streaks for this hard point. They know they can win off grannies if they get 1 break and hold it from here. FaZe, everything relies on holding off this first push. Enable already sees multiple enemies pushing in. You've got a Sight, Cerberus, and a 3rd player pushing out of back 10. Kills now being traded.
Well, Study took control of the Cerberus, actually,
And that was smart. He put it in a better position. FaZe still in control of this hard point, and with 50 seconds remaining on grannies, Luminosity have to continue to fight for this.
And Clayster's on yet another streak, and he has the lightning in the dart to work with if he opts to.
Clayster's got the black cell.
What is this? Have we seen that at all in the CWO?
No. Welcome to MLG Anaheim, where we've got black cells killing Cerberus on the map. Now more score streaks coming in. Luminosity, they've gotten that break though, Maven, and now FaZe have to push this down to the final second.
They could win the game. They could win it here if they get a perfect hold. Can Luminosity shut it out and take the game? Are they going to be able to pick it up? Dart coming in. We've seen it all. Enable trying to make plays. Spacely trying to get in. Shuts down the site. They're at 240. They'll get to about 245-ish here if they lock down the last couple points. And FaZe is in trouble.
This is going to be a tough one for FaZe to get the break. Challenges still coming in. Now they're trying to push out the spawns, right? You can't let Luminosity get the pinch. Clayster still alive with the Tempest. Let's go ahead and see what he can get up. But no,
he drops immediately.
He gets cut down. Luminosity pushing in. This could be the final break of the game.
And this is for number 50. Can Study drop the opening 50 bomb here? Trying to fight it. Nades everywhere. Can't get it. It's 49. FaZe is holding on somehow. You need 5 points for Luminosity. Where are they going to find him?
I love this angle being held by Enable right now. He's going to have a player challenge. He landed on top of you. FaZe now back within 20. They can still come back in this game. Attach. Heatwave is going to be everything. 3, 2, 1, pop and attach. No!
He doesn't pop it. He ends up dropping. They've got to hold on. Enable's tagged up. They're all flying in. Clayster trying to contest. He drops. You still have Zuma here. He has got to contest. They can't give up these points. It could be the end of the game. Everyone trying to rotate over. Enable pick it up too. Big ones.
But here it is. FaZe are on the rotation. This is not done yet. They're looking for the comeback. Enable now positive 10.
Woo!
Pressure coming in from Grandma. Can they stop the push? Enable staying alive. Saints flies on in. It's still contested. Off the respawn, though. Clayster looking over with the AR. They need to keep flooding. FaZe now down by 8. They've got players from the hard point, and they're now within 5. FaZe are going to do this.
They might win it. They might win it. 246, 244, 30 seconds up to the clock. Everybody going big. Zuma's got 2. Enable's got more. Shuts it down and FaZe wins.
Oh my God! What a comeback from FaZe as they bring it back from down 50, and there he is, the hype man himself, Clayster. He knows how important that was. He's won here in the past, and he wants to do it again.
How's that for a game 1?
I have to go change my pants.
Oh, God. That was crazy
I'm
stuff.
sweating.
The crowd on their feet, players on their feet, the hype in the building is real, and that was an unreal finish.
How on earth does that collapse happen? Luminosity, no, they just threw away, a 53 bomb from Study. Study goes 53 and 39, but at the end, FaZe just traded more efficiently from back rails, and what they really did best was rotating towards middle map.
Yeah.
LG put so much into getting the last 3 seconds on rails that FaZe got 4 dead, spawned them out. They had their submachine guns in the hard point, and they somehow make that happen.
Oh, that was a wild one. You've heard enough from us.